I think it's like, you exhale.
Okay, so
and
exhale.
then you take it.
So exhale.
Ajá, para afuera y luego te lo tomas and then something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Just try it out. See if it works.
Alright.
No, I did it wrong.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's good.
Yeah.
Todo me sabe igual. But I'm a tequila girl.
Okay.
Tequila and beer.
Y este 1800, ¿qué viene siendo?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
That's
you're
my
right at
thing,
home.
yeah.
Yeah. Good to go.
I'm good.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, hay veces que me regañan because I start. Oh shit! No.
What happened?
Okay, I wasn't recording that. Well, I was recording everything else, but the audio was a little bit off. But it's fine. I'll work with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hay veces que me regañan because I'll do the intro. A little bit, like once I'm like a couple minutes into the conversation, and they're like, "Well, why do you take so long?" I'm like, I don't know. It's just my thing.
Yeah.
So we'll do the.
I think I've seen that on your podcast.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay.
But what do you think? What do you think
I
about?
like them. I think they're fun to watch. Me gusta mucho también cuando está el Daniel. He's so fun.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
feel like you
freaking
guys have a good
hilarious.
vibe going on.
Yeah, dicen que él es bien como carrilludo, bien
Sí.
acá, and I'm more chill.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a good
It's
like.
a good balance. Like,
Yeah.
But like I don't remember watching. I'm pretty sure I did watch the first podcast. Like,
Yeah.
But did you guys meet? Was that the first day you guys had met?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I met him when he first came and talked to me about his whole career and tengo
okay.
talento, mucho talento. Pretty much from there, and it's crazy. A lot of people I meet because of the podcast. From there, I'm like, oh fuck, I have to have Daniel like over and over porque me hacía reír.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's freaking funny.
Yeah,
man.
he is.
So now I está plasmado.
I know, that's cool.
Yeah. Daniel, you want to say something, bro?
I was like, where is he? He's got a special guest?
Yeah.
Special appearance?
Okay, so we're gonna do the intro
Okay.
y ahorita arrancamos.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Welcome to Hoy No Más Podcast with Angel Houseman.
All right, so I don't know if you guys were able to see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave the shot, but we just finished taking a shot. I'm here with Miss Jessica. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hello, my name is Jessica. I am very excited to be here today. I've been watching you for a while now.
Cool.
And I'm just excited to be here right now.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I feel like... Sorry if I'm calling you dude.
It's okay. It's okay, dude.
I feel like you have the perfect personality for all of this, but I feel like you stop yourself from like doing all of this content. We were talking briefly on that you've been wanting to do all of this, but what's stopping you?
So when you messaged me, because I found out about you when I took a trip one time to Oaxaca.
Okay.
And I was with some friends. And when I take short little trips, because my trips are like maybe like 2-3 days because of work, you know, like short trips are always the best ones. I'm going to do like a little bit like English and Spanish.
Go for it. Just be you.
Okay. Pongo mi teléfono ahí. Just whatever I'm doing. Like I'll just set my phone there and I'll just take a short clip of me eating or like me walking around or just like whatever it is. Y grabo muchos clips y los pongo en just like a TikTok video.
Okay.
Just for myself. And I don't usually post them on my Instagram. It's just my TikTok. And I don't really have a lot of people on there, like my friends. So then one of the guys that was on the trip, which is your friend, Everett. Shout out to Everett.
Everett, he's everywhere, man.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, why are you recording? Like, is it for TikTok or YouTube? Are you an influencer? And I was like, no, like this is just for myself.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, my friend has a podcast. Like maybe one day you guys should meet up. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's how I ran across your page, and I just started watching you ever since then. And then when you messaged me on Instagram to come on the podcast, I was so excited.
Really?
I told my friend, I was like, oh my God, like finally I'm going to be on his podcast. I just think it's fun. Like, it's just cool, you know, like, just, I don't know. Pero I remember telling you, like, I would love to come on your podcast. No sé de qué voy a hablar.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure conversation's going to flow.
Right. Yeah.
Because, like, it's the first time we meet today. And then,
exactly.
I mean, the vibe is good.
Yeah. And you know what? It's very, well, almost everybody that comes here, it's, they're complete strangers, right? So this is the first time we meet.
The first interaction.
But most of the times I have like a route where I'm going to take the conversation because like, por ejemplo, like somebody has a story to tell about ayahuasca, or like, for instance, el Daniel que vino a hablar about his journey to Tengo Talento. So I have like, okay, tell me about this. Y de ahí nos arrancamos. This one, I literally didn't know where the conversation was going to go. But just right off the bat, I feel like you have the perfect personality for this.
Thank you.
And right now, you saying that you were super excited to come to the podcast. For me, that within itself, it's a very surreal moment because I'm like, oh shit, like I have somebody that likes my content. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that like the content, but to have somebody tell me in person, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I told Everett, like, hey, like, tell Angel, like, cuando me va a invitar al podcast. He's like, no, yeah, like, you should go. But I don't know, like, I love recording stuff, like, on my trips. I love doing, like, reviews. And I have so many videos on my phone that I just don't post porque me da miedo. Like,
pero ¿qué es lo que te da miedo, pues?
Me da como que, like, cosa, you know, like not vergüenza, but it's just like the what are people gonna say? Like, am I gonna look like dumb reviewing? Am I gonna look like I don't know? Just
you probably are. I probably look dumb a lot of the times because there's times that I freaking either stutter or they call me no sabo kid in the freaking comments, right?
I think I've seen that.
But the thing is that, and this is something I've always wanted to say, right? Por ejemplo, si hay un americano que trata de hablar español poquito, like, oh, buenas noches, right? Yeah. Everybody praises him, like, oh, hablas español, right? Yeah. But then when somebody is bilingual and we talk both of the languages, English and Spanish, whether we struggle with one or both at the same time, they take it as an offensive thing. Oh, you're an Osama kid. Why not praise that person that is speaking both languages, right? And the reason why at times I struggle with both is because just like yourself right now, you said, hey, a lo mejor lo voy a mezclar. Yeah. And I don't know if it's a California thing or not, but we use that. We mix Spanish with English. So at times when I'm trying to talk to somebody completely in English, there's times when I'm looking for that word in Spanish, right? Or vice versa. If I'm talking in Spanish, I'm like, fuck, I only know this word in English, so I'll jump into English. So that's why I struggle at times. But you shouldn't care what people say. People are always gonna talk.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was telling you right now. Like, I told my friend, I was like, ay, me da un montón de miedo. And she's like, why? And I'm like, dude, like, I've seen the hate comments, like,
have
like
you?
That, yeah, like, I mean, no, well, like, just in general,
okay.
you know, like, people like, oh, te ves bien tonta, like, why are you posting this? Or like, it's just like the most randomest things. Like, people are always gonna say something. So that's why right now I was like, oh, how does my hair look? Like,
hey, ahí está el monitor ese, te quiere checar.
Yeah. And this is like super, like, it's a really cool experience right now. Like, headphones and everything. Pero sí, I was like, like, I'm finally going to be on Hoy Nomás podcast. Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Cuss, right?
Yeah. Okay. You can do whatever you want. Okay, cool. The more outrageous thing, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, okay, so you're scared of being criticized, right?
Creo que sí. Yes, I think that's like my number one thing that's kind of like holding me back. Sometimes I post my, like, because I like to go to the gym too. Okay. Me gusta mucho. I've had like a really long fitness journey, weight loss journey too. I've lost like 40 pounds since last year. Okay. Which is a big thing for me.
Yeah. For some reason, you had, I don't know if it was you. Yeah, I think you had said when you were talking to Everett that he had lost a lot of weight, but 40 pounds is not a lot.
To Everett? Or
yeah.
Did I lost 40 pounds?
Well, I think you mentioned that he had lost a lot of weight, but 40 pounds is not a lot.
You don't think? Yeah.
Nah.
For me?
Yeah, well, really? Man, I just gained like 20 pounds like freaking in like less than a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because I was trying to, because I have my full-time job, but I've always wanted to help out people. I love helping out people. Okay. So I feel like the gym was like a perfect way of helping people, like girls that are trying to start like going to the gym and stuff. And when I go to the gym, like yo voy sola. Yo siempre he ido sola. I used to go with my brother, but I wanted to get my personal trainer certificate or like certification to help out girls that are starting off because it's hard. Yeah. The gym is hard. The gym is a scary place. Pero me gusta mucho ir. It's like a stress reliever right now. Like I'll go in there and then I'll go into the sauna a couple minutes. But I was very consistent with like counting macros and calories and all that stuff. So I was able to lose that weight. To me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Pero todavía me faltan como unas 10, 15 libras.
Yeah.
Damn, I already feel like people talking shit because I'm saying
Oh, yeah. You know what? Something that no, but you know what? A lot of people like make fun of like some guests that come into the podcast because we use the word like a lot.
Oh, like,
I'm very I just said like I'm working a lot on trying to avoid filler words, but it's hard because. And that's another thing too. Once you start putting yourself out there, you're gonna realize all the different things, the way you look, the different angles. For instance, right now, but everybody does it, but you don't realize it, and then especially having it in the captions because people are reading the captions.
Oh, that's true.
At times when people are just talking, they don't even realize it because they're just filler words.
Yeah.
But when you actually have the captions, people are reading it, and they're able to. Yeah, they're able to capture it. The I try to get rid of it, right? Because I don't want to use that. But the likes, I do leave it in there because at times it's part of the conversation.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I caught myself, so I'm going to try to not say
By the way, si te quieres pegar un micrófono un poquito más para que no estés así.
Oh, okay.
Y lo puedes levantar como quieras.
Right there?
Yeah, lo puedes levantar si quieres para que no estés like...
Like hunched back, yeah. Okay,
yeah, cool. Como quieras. If you need to move it, there's times when like, look, I'll do this para que estés a gusto.
Okay,
cool.
Do I still look nervous?
No. Are you nervous still? Nah.
Maybe I'll take another shot.
You want a beer? Another shot? What do you want? Beer or shot?
I think I'll take a beer and a shot.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is that bad?
Yeah, no. Nah, you're fine.
Los nervios.
You're good.
You can do like half.
Nah, the whole shot.
Yeah, that's fine. That's my stuff. Yeah, thanks.
For the macros.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like 100 calories.
I count macros. Well,
it's hard.
I've
seen your post. Like you go to the gym a lot too, right?
Yeah, I started working out from the house.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I love it.
There, yeah. Mitad, porque luego need to get home.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna join me too?
Yeah,
wow, nice. What a good host.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gym is fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, porque a veces I'm an early bird, so I wake up at 4 in the morning and I get to the gym at 5.
Yeah, that's the time I wake up like around 4.
4 in the morning.
Yeah, every day, almost every day, except on the weekends. At times I'll like try to like sleep in a little.
Yeah, I love that crowd because it's like the. I mean, pa allá voy yo también, but it's like the older crowd, you know? Is it too low?
No, you're good.
Okay. There?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
thanks.
if you need to move it back and forth, feel free to do so.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Ready?
Yes. Oh, for the shot?
Yeah. All right. Cheers again.
Cheers.
All right.
Sabe agua.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yep. That's why I implemented the screens, but like because there was times when people would say something dope, and it was covering their face. I'm like, no. Yeah. So a lot of the things now that I have the monitors, I'm able to kind of have a better control of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so you started going to the gym. You wanted to post like that type of content.
My content, when I did my first TikTok video, I think I started off with workout videos. It was just short clips of whatever I did during the day. Like, I have a 6-day split.
Okay.
Nomás yo sola empecé. I don't even have like a tripod or anything, or like I'm not that type of person at the gym.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of like low key put it on the side, and I'll just record the little workout.
Yeah.
And I'll just cut out the clips that I like, and then I'll just post it.
Right.
And I would put like the workouts, like, oh, today's back and buys day. Like I did this and this and this and this many reps and this many sets. At first I had my TikTok in privado. But then I was like, you know what? Like, maybe there's people who are going to look at the content and who knows? Like, maybe they're going to want to do it and like...
Yeah, but you know what? That's the thing I love about TikTok. If you realize it, your average person is becoming viral now.
Yeah.
Like anybody. Like tia, señoras, because they're posting how they cook, how they clean. And just a normal person is becoming famous.
Yeah.
So why not put yourself out there?
And you know what? Like for me, the TikTok videos has never been to like get a huge fan base or like get a lot of followers. No, son nomás para mí. Like I first started doing, my favorite thing is to when I take short trips.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite clips because
Okay.
it's like something that I look back at, and it's just fun. Like I'll put a song with the video and I'll just post it.
Yeah.
Like I took a trip in October last year, and it was like a trip with a whole bunch of people, just like a tour agency.
Yeah.
And I had a girl que siempre se me quedaba viendo. Like I was just recording, and she was just staring all the time. She was my friend's friend, and she's like, "Why are you recording?" Pero como que media sangrona. I was like, "Oh, just for myself."
Oh, really?
She
Like,
kind of like was
hating,
annoyed. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
kind of annoyed. And I was just messing around with her. I was like, "Oh, a lo mejor alguien me reconoce acá en Thailand en mis TikTok videos."
Yeah.
So there was this girl who was in Thailand, and she was taking my pictures. She was like part of the tour or whatever. And then ya que me tomó las fotos, me dice, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" I was like, "What the hell? Like, you want to take a picture with me?" And I told the girl, the one that was annoyed, I was like, "Did you hear that? Like, she recognized me from TikTok and she wants a picture with me." And she was just like rolling her eyes. So like,
Why did she say about taking a picture?
I don't know.
It's just random?
Just randomly.
Oh, shit. It's
Just
crazy how that worked out, right?
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Pero sí me la tomé. But
Oh, but you know what? In places like Thailand, like Philippines, at times they see like people like us, Hispanics or things. They see us as like
the exotic race.
Yes.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, so it's because I got the same thing when I got flown out to the Philippines.
Oh.
They're like, "Oh, can we take a picture?" And I was filming for my YouTube videos, and I told them, "Yeah, like I have this YouTube channel that I'm growing," and they were like super excited and stuff like that.
Like when I went to that Oaxaca trip, that's when Everett was asking about like if I like posted my videos, because I was just recording just like a clip of the street, because it was
Right.
like this really pretty street.
Yeah.
We were we were in the Uber. Y luego Everett le dijo, one of my friends told the Uber driver, he was like, "Oh, did you know that she's an influencer? Like she has so many followers on TikTok and Instagram." And then the guy, he was like, "En serio?" And I'm like, I just went along with it. I was like, yeah, like I am. And then he's like, "Oh, ¿me puedo tomar mi foto contigo?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I have a video of like the guy just trying to take a selfie with me. It was pretty cool. It was really cool.
So I feel like you really like all of this, man. So okay, so when I first asked, you know what? Before we jump into that, I feel like, I want the people to get a feel of who you are. Like, let's say you're in a taxi cab. They asked you, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Like a brief summary of how you would describe who Jessica is, and then we'll take off because I have a lot to say about trips and things like that. So.
Okay, well, I feel like Jessica, I'm gonna talk in third person. Jessica she's very easygoing.
Okay.
She's very, she's an extrovert. She's adventurous. She loves helping people. She loves just having fun, living in the moment. I don't know. I guess that's it. Like,
What do you do for a living?
I work for the government for
Okay.
Homeland Security.
Okay.
I'll be 5 years this year. 5 years in July.
Nice.
Yeah. Right after high school, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a lawyer. Un montón de cosas. And then at the end, I just ended up studying criminal justice and sociology.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be a cop at one point. But I was too young for that. I applied for that. I was 22 at the time. I did a couple ride-alongs, pero me dio mucha ansiedad. When I was doing the ride-alongs, I was like, no, maybe this isn't for me. So then I'm doing this right now, and on my free time, I love to babysit. That's my stress
What the
reliever.
hell?
I love kids. Everyone's always like, "What?"
Who do you babysit?
I babysit my niece, and I used to be a behavior therapist. I worked with kids with autism.
Oh, okay.
I still see one of the kids that I used to work with, and it's been like 5 years. And the mom and I became really good friends, so I babysit her sometimes.
Nice.
That's one of my stress relievers.
Really?
Yeah,
To take
I
care of
love kids. So when you guys have your kid, I got you.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Dang.
I don't know. Kids are just so much fun.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. Everyone's always like, "What the hell? Like,
Yeah.
why do you like kids?" I'm like, "Yeah, me gustan mucho los niños."
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to go too in depth, right? So you work for CBP? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, and what role do you do for CBP?
So my position is, I feel like when I say I work for customs, everyone always thinks I'm an officer.
Okay, that
I
you're
don't-
like in La Línea.
Yeah,
and all-
I'm not there.
Okay.
So I work for trade. So my position is called import specialist. So I don't know if you ever crossed through the border of the port of Otay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so like there's like the cars and then like travelers, pedestrians. Al lado están donde entran los troques, like the big semi trucks.
Yeah.
So I deal with that, with trade, just with importers trying to bring stuff into the U.S. And yeah, that's pretty much what I deal with, just like trade and like more of like the bigger things.
And what do you do there? Like, what's your task?
So my job, I only go in 2 times a week.
What the heck?
Yeah, so I work from home too.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool job.
Oh shit! So
yeah.
2 times in the office, and then the rest is remotely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I work 4 10s. So I work 4 days a week, 10 hours a day.
Oh,
and
shit,
yeah, I'm off weekends. I go in Thursday, Fridays, and I just pretty much inspect like the shipments that come in, making sure the big one is like anything illegal that's coming in to make sure like everything's good to go.
Only from TJ to the US?
So yeah, I report to Otay, and I sometimes check the shipments from there, but I have shipments coming in from like the airport in Miami, or like it's like airports, seaports, and land ports. Okay. So we oversee a lot of things. And I have importers coming in from like China, Japan, from a whole bunch of countries, other countries. Oh, I just report my, they call it the host port. So I report to Otay, but I deal with like importers from like other places.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's a good job. Yeah. In the beginning, like I didn't really see myself kind of just being in the office.
Right.
I've always wanted to be out and about, like talking to people. I love talking to people. I don't know. It's weird because when I was in high school, era bien callada. I was a quiet girl. Yeah. I didn't really like talk to anyone. I was kind of like a nerd. But then I just started kind of like, I don't know. I think it's because I used to work at Converse when I was in college. Okay. And I loved that job. It made me break out of my comfort zone and talk to people and like customers. So ever since then, I feel like I became more of a people person. Yeah. And so I wanted to be a cop because I was like, oh, I'm going to be like in the community, like talking to people, interactions and stuff like that. But cops get a lot of hate.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah. And I remember the last ride along that I did, it was like maybe 2-3 years ago. We were just driving around, and because I always did them back down in like South Bay.
Okay. So South Bay, where exactly?
Like San Isidro area.
Okay.
That's where I grew up. And this was a first, like I had never experienced this before. It was my first, it was my last ride along. Yeah. Pero nos gritaron. We were like driving in the street, and then someone rolled down their window right next to us, and nos dijeron, fuck you, you fucking pigs.
Oh, shit.
Like, what the hell?
Hey, I'm not a pig yet.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was in shock. I told the guy looked like the cop that I was with. He was just like, like just another day. Right. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, when something happens, like you guys are the first people they call. Right. And for them to be talking shit to you guys like that, like it's a hard job.
But why do you think it is que ha cambiado? Because you're right? If there's an emergency or a problem, call the cops.
911, call the cops.
But why do you think that type of reaction has come from people now?
The media.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes like how they portray cops and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, no sé.
But do you think they're right or do you think they're wrong? And what's your take, right? Because you wanted to be a cop at one point.
Yeah.
So what's your take now with what you've seen in the media?
I feel like I'm gonna get crap for this, but I mean, I support.
Okay. Nah, she's taking the easy way out. She's taking the easy way out.
Yeah, like no comment. I don't know. Like for me, the whole thing for like when I wanted to be a cop is because of the whole helping. Like helping someone is just a very rewarding feeling to me. Okay. Like when I was doing that kid's job, you're helping them, whether it's like their social skills or like motor skills, like just doing everyday tasks. I don't know, like me gusta mucho ayudar a la gente. Okay. And like I'm going to tell you this story, like it's like off topic, but like one time, this happened like maybe 3 years ago. I was picking up my brother from the border. I dropped him off at his girlfriend's house. I was going back home. It was like 3-4 in the morning. And then when I was driving on the freeway, I saw a car that had just crashed, and it was facing the incoming traffic. Like I was going south, and the car was facing me on the first lane, on the fast lane. So it had obviously just crashed. So then I pulled over. I turned my emergency lights on. I called 911. And like maybe 3 cars just drove by. Nadie se paró. I was literally the only one that stopped by or stopped to help. And then I called it in. I was like, hey, like this car just crashed. Like, no sé qué, I don't know if there's anyone inside. And then they're like, okay, just stay in your car and just wait for someone to show up. So right when I hung up, I saw someone in the car just like moving inside the car. Wow. And I was like, fuck, like, what do I do? And I hadn't hung up yet. And I told the 911 operator, I was like, hey, like, I see someone inside. Do you want me to go and help? And she's like, no, stay in your car. I was like, okay. Le colgué. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to stay in the car. Like, I can't. Me iba a sentir mal si alguien venía. Because the lights were off. Like, his headlights were off. So if there was a car on that first lane, iban a chocar con él. So then I was like, well, what can I do? Like, try to get him out of the car. It was just like, I had an adrenaline rush. I was like, fuck it. I'll just run over and then I'll just try to bang on the window and try to get him out and try to help him out. So I ran across. I ran across and I was banging on the window. The guy was unconscious. He looked like older, like maybe 50s, 60s. Oh, shit. And when I saw a car that was coming on the freeway, no me quería quedar ahí because I was like, if I stay, there's a chance that they're going to hit me and ahí voy a quedar. I'm going to, die. So I would run across back to my car. Y ya que no venían carros, I would run back. So, like, I did that, like, maybe 3-4 times. And the fourth time, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to try to break the window. Según yo, I was going to try to break the window. And then, so then right when I was about to hit it, this is when I was going to the gym. I was lifting, like, 60-pound dumbbells. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. El señor se levantó. And then I was like, hey, like, roll down your window. So he rolled it down. And then the first thing I did was try to smell if he was, like, maybe, like, a DUI, drinking and driving. Pero era un señor mayor, and I was like, hey, ¿qué pasó? And he's like, oh, ¿qué pasó? And I was like, I don't know, like, acabas de chocar. And then he's like, oh, creo que me quedé dormido. And I was like, fuck, well, turn on your lights because the cars can't see you and they're gonna, like, crash into you. But his car, like, no podía abrir la puerta porque estaba como que metida. Like, it was, like, dented in. So then, like, I was running back and forth, and I was like, look, like, your best option is just to go through the passenger side y pues salte por ahí. Or unless you want to try to jump out the window and I'll try to help you out. He's like, okay. Yeah, right when, like, I did that, like, maybe like 10 times running across. And then, I saw the sirens and stuff. And then, the paramedics or ambulance or whatever, they all came. And then I was like, oh, like, I did my good deed of the day, you know? And then the guy was yelling at me.
What?
He was like, what the fuck were you doing running across the freeway like that? And I was like, dude, I was just trying to help.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, yeah, that's what every dead person says. And I was like, I mean, I get it, but me iba a sentir más mal si no ayudaba.
Yeah,
you know
in case
what I mean?
something like that happened,
but,
right?
I went off topic here, but, like, helping people. Yeah, I like helping people.
Yeah. And so what happened with the oncoming traffic? Like, nadie le pegó?
No one stopped.
Okay.
That was, like... And I feel like most people see stuff like that. Like, si hay un choque o algo, nadie se para. And no one wants to make it their business. Everyone just drives by. And I was the only one that stopped. And it's crazy because the day after, one of my friends from high school, because there was some apartments, like, right next to the freeway, he sends me a message on Instagram. Y me dice, hey, was that you last night?
Shit.
He's like, was that you last night? And I was like, where? He's like, yeah, like... My mom heard a crash, and then I looked outside, and I recognized your car, and then we saw a girl, like, running across the freeway.
Oh, what the
And I was
heck?
like, yeah, that was me. He's like, wow, what happened? Y ya le platiqué. But I was like, damn, like, no one stopped to help.
Dang.
Yeah. But
I really feel, man, I got so consumed with the freaking conversation. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
no, but this one doesn't stop. So this one's,
okay, cool.
yeah. But, oh, man, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? As you were saying all of this, there was, and we'll pull it back to what we were talking about, right? But when you were talking about all of this incident happening that a lot of people don't really stop is because a lot of people are so consumed with their day-to-day life or they're too busy that like, oh man, that sucks. But hey, I got to go to work or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Right. There was one time right now that me recordaste, I was driving to work early in the morning and I was driving in the freeway, and then in the middle of the freeway, like on the side of the road, there was a stray dog there. There's also like blanquitos, like fluffy ones.
Did you stop?
I couldn't. Like I like ya lo había pasado, and I saw it when I was passing by.
Ay, pobrecito.
I mean, I could have gotten back, but oh man, when I saw the dog, I just started crying. I just started crying on my way to work because it's like, I don't know if somebody dumped this dog. Even right now, just thinking about it, like, I don't know what happened to that dog, but just thinking of the fact if somebody dumped him there just to get rid of him, because a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it just breaks my heart because I'm I'm a lover more than anything, right?
Yeah.
And just like for instance, Teddy, like I like to consider my dog Teddy as my first son, right? And I was just
Aw.
like, oh man,
What if
like
that was
this
Teddy?
poor dog,
Yeah.
yeah, like people don't have a heart at times, you know.
No.
And it just like I couldn't really do much to help him. Yeah, maybe I could have gone all the way around and all, but I just like, man, I think I did like a quick prayer, hoping that everything went right with him. But
Yeah.
man, it was heartbreaking. So
Yeah.
yeah, so sorry, but
Sad.
yeah, me recordaste de eso, and it's just yeah, I almost had an incident like that about like the guy that was stuck in the freeway. I was traveling to Long Beach, and I was driving fine, and for some reason, I think I had a Dodge Charger at that point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a good car.
this was back in the days, right? Like when it
Muscle
was like a
cars.
black car with like rims and all. Like all, I was in that era, right? So I was driving up north, and I didn't know at the time that I guess you fill up your tank, right? And I didn't know that the actual like check valve was off, so it showed that I had a bunch of gas, but what I didn't realize that it was like malfunctioning. So at one point the steering wheel gets stuck, right? And I'm like, what the hell is happening? So it turns out I ran out of gas. At the time I didn't know I had run out of gas, but next thing you know, like the car starts stalling. I'm in the fast lane, and then there's no emergency lane.
my
So there
God.
was no way for me to like get out of the traffic. Oh man, at that point I really thought of it like that was it, right? Because the cars are like speeding through. Like I was going like beyond the speed limit. Everybody was, because it was kind of late, right? So everybody was doing their thing, and I was like, fuck, my car's stalling. I there's no way to steer the car out of the way. And next thing you know, just like cars are like speeding through, right? Trying to avoid like hitting me.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like I come to a complete stop
On the fast lane?
on the fast
my
lane. So I
God.
tried calling the cops, and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm in the fast lane. I can't move. Yeah. And then I just see cars like speeding right through me.
God.
Yeah, right through me. And then I just see them get out of the way. At one point, I was like, oh shit. Like I was just preparing for impact, right? So finally a car behind me stops, and they're like, they get out of the car. They're like, hey, what's wrong? I'm like, dude, get back in your car. Get back in your car.
Yeah.
Like you're safer in the car than, you know. The next thing you know, a car hits them. Yeah. And then,
Oh my God.
yeah. And then another car hits them, and I'm trying to call the cops. I'm like, hey, you know what? Like this is happening. Like send help, you know. And they try to do their thing. And they end up the fire department ends up coming, and they close up the freeway in order for like just to get us out of the way. But I really thought like at that point like that was the end, right? Finally a tow truck comes, and since they have the whole freeway blocked off, they pulled me out of the freeway, right? The car behind me, it was a Porsche, and
That's the car that stopped?
yeah, and it was completely totaled, right? My car, I don't know how the hell like it got saved, but nothing happened to my car.
Imagine if that guy wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
That would have been you.
Yeah.
That would've been your
Yeah.
car.
They were fine also. Like nothing happened to them. It was just a car. But it was just one of those instances that I didn't even know my valve was off or something like
Yeah.
that. And it was just those close encounters. Now it's just like, I mean, now my car is running fine, right? I don't have the car no more, but it was just one of those things that you never know what's going to happen. Like in the freeway, so many
Yeah.
different instances happen in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, I found out that I just needed gas. Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but let's take it back to what
Yeah,
you do
sorry.
let's take it back to what you do for a living, right? So you said you check the different things people are crossing through?
Yeah, so I deal with like the importers that are bringing stuff into the U.S.
Okay.
My commodity is we focus on machinery, so anything that's related to machinery, that's what we deal with. So we just pretty much check for anything illegal coming in, or making sure that the shipments have the right markings on it, like whether it's made in China. So making sure that documents say that they're made in China, or making sure that they pay the right duties for it. it's a good job.
Yeah.
I didn't really like see myself there on the long run.
Okay.
But right now, I feel like I'm gonna be 28 next month, and I feel like my focus right now is more on my life outside of work.
Okay.
Like work gives me good money, good balance between like my work life and social life. So right now, I mean, work is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, me trato de convencer de que, yeah, like, Jessica, you love what you do. And it's all right. Like, I can't complain. It's a good job. But yeah, so like on my free time, I try to travel. I try to go to the gym. I try to hang out with friends. But yeah.
What's been the craziest thing you've ran into at work? And then we'll derive from that. If you can speak on it.
I mean, yeah, I think so.
I don't want to get you in trouble or anything like that.
What is the last? I mean, I'll talk about the thing that the last thing that it wasn't part of what like the importers that I deal with, but it's something that came across that they posted it on like social media and stuff.
Okay.
Like it came out in the news. It was like this shipment full of like chili paste.
What
like
the heck?
jalapeño, no sé qué era. It was like a big shipment, and they just kind of like stuffed like loads inside the like the paste or whatever it was, like these big tubs.
Yeah.
But I think that's the last thing that I saw come in, like a big load of it. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
No.
So on a regular basis, you're just like, you don't really see anything crazy?
No, it's more like, my thing is more like admin. Like I deal with more like paperwork stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that job allows you to pretty much travel and do your thing, right?
Yeah, we can travel with that job. We do like, they call them warehouse checks or importer checks.
Okay.
So we're able to go to like just making sure that importer is being compliant with what they do.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about this job, that there's a lot of opportunities to travel and to take like trainings. Like my last training was in West Virginia. I was there for like 3 days, which works out porque me gusta viajar. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do.
Okay.
Just checking, making sure.
So when when you travel, are you still working from when you're traveling or no?
Yeah. So for example, like, oh no, I don't work.
Okay.
So like the last training that I did was last summer. It was a 3-day training. So like I left Monday from San Diego. I got there and I had the whole afternoon for myself. I was at the training Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. I think it was like 8 to 4:30. And then like the rest of the afternoon was just like free time to just go into the town. And then Friday I came back. So yeah, you don't work. You just have to go to the training.
Oh,
and then
okay.
that's it.
Gotcha. So when you said, okay, well, you were saying earlier that you're like your job, you like what you do and all that stuff, but do you feel like there's more to life than just the job, right? Because I feel
Yes.
like you're not, obviously I'm pretty sure you're like happy and blessed because you have a job that you have so much freedom for.
Yeah.
But I feel like you lack that that fulfillment and full happiness, right?
Yes. So I feel like, and I always tell my friends, like, if I am being selfish, I would pursue a job that is more fulfilling for myself. Like I would love to go into PD, police department.
Okay. Even if you are getting called a pig.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay.
Pero if like right now, I feel like the older I'm getting, like I can't be selfish because like I eventually want to have a family and want to have kids and I feel like it's important to be a present parent.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was in high school, I used to play volleyball and softball, and my mom was always there at every game. And it really does matter when parents show up. So that's what I want to do. So right now I'm at the point in life where it's like, as long as the job is paying for the bills, that's it. It's fine. Like I'm going to focus on just living my life and doing things that I love to do outside of work.
Right.
That's what I'm focusing on right now.
And what is it that you love, like outside of work? Is it just pure traveling?
I feel like last year it was traveling. Me gusta mucho ir a pueblitos in Mexico because it's cheap and because I just like learning about people's way of life. and like the little towns and like their culture and like what they eat and like stuff like that. Pero yeah, so traveling, I love spending time with my friends, with family. I like to just have fun. I feel like this year or last year too, I wanted to be. Have you ever heard of like when someone is like a yes man or a yes girl? Like you say yes to everything.
Yeah.
That's me. Like antes, I feel like before, like when I was going through that like weight loss journey, people would invite me out to eat and stuff. And I'm like, oh no puedo, because it doesn't fit in my calories. It doesn't fit my macros.
Okay.
Like no salía mucho, no
Right.
tomaba, no salía, no nothing. So now I started saying like yes to everything. Like, oh, vamos a salir. Yes, yes.
Okay. Hey, I thought you were on the other route of like yes man, like kind of like when somebody como no contradices a alguien. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, kind of like,
okay.
if somebody says, oh, what do you think about this? Oh, it's perfect.
Like
that.
agreeing to everything?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I mean like,
okay.
Si me preguntan que vamos al parque, yes. Let's go to downtown. Yes. Like everything, yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't know. Like I just want to enjoy life more.
But you don't feel like that might take away from what you really want to do? Like as your goals and dreams, maybe?
Yes. But I don't know. Like I just feel like I don't know. I just like to over the years I feel like I've realized that life is really too short. It sounds so cliche. Life is short. But it's true. Like you just never know when, you know, like when your time's up, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like that's why like sometimes when I doubt myself, like the videos. Like a veces me pongo a pensar de que, ay, me da cosa, o me da vergüenza, o me da miedo. And it's just like, fuck, Jessica, like just post it. Like, well, I went to Disneyland last week, and I told my friend, I was like, oh, today's the day. Like, I'm going to post my reviews, and I'm going to post, like, my vlog at Disneyland. Y los puse todos en la noche, and then in the morning, I was like, no. Y los borré todos.
Really?
I did. Did you see them?
No, I didn't
Okay,
get
cool.
to see that. Why, though?
I don't know, and no sé, me da como que, I don't know, like, just putting myself out there like that.
Really? But
Yeah,
but
like,
do you feel like, in a sense, you're stopping yourself from being the best version of yourself, or being like living to the like full potential?
I think I am.
You just said it right now that, you know, we only live once.
Yeah, like it's just like that's why when you sent me the message about the podcast, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Aunque venía bien nerviosa and everything, I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and then I'm just gonna just start doing what I really love to do, like the videos, and start posting and start like kind of like blocking that mentality of like el miedo, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But so are you really that like scared of what people have to say about you? Is that what it is? Because you just said you're an extrovert.
I feel like I would consider myself being an extrovert, like in person, but when it comes to social media, I don't know. Like it's just like when I was posting my reviews from like Disneyland, I was reviewing like food and stuff. I remember sending it to my cousin first. I was like, "What do you think about this?" Like, me veo tonta, me veo como que like what? And she's like, "No, like you're good. Just post it." Like everyone's just telling me like, siempre me dicen. I always have to ask my friends like, "What do you think about this video?" before I post it.
Right.
And obviously they're my friends. They're gonna
Right.
hype me up. Like yeah. Like just post it. No me van a decir, oh, no lo pongas. So I eventually like end up posting them, but a veces como que los quito o I just take them off.
Damn, that's crazy to me. Oh, like, okay, let me give you an example, right? Just like you said, you were nervous coming onto the podcast. I'm nervous as well too, right? I'm nervous almost in every single episode, right? Because I don't know where the conversation is going to go. I don't know like how like certain things is going to like, I'm not sure. There's endless of different possibilities that might end up happening, right? Or if I do a post, okay, so I'm nervous. I might be nervous for the conversation, for the podcast. Now, when I post it, I don't know what type of reactions I'm going to get. So then now there's another like thing that I should be getting worried about. But if you get caught up with, what if this, what if that, then you're never going to be living who you are as a person, right? And I feel like you have a blockage right now stopping you from doing it. At times you just got to say, fuck it, man. Like,
I
just
know.
post it and don't really care what people say.
Yeah.
And I really, really feel like you might get a very positive reaction. Like you were saying earlier, I think this was before the podcast. People were like, hey, what happened when you had to say about like this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you stopped it. You're stopping yourself.
I know. Yeah. It was, I was reviewing like the birria egg roll, whatever, at Disneyland. Right. And I started off saying like, oh, I'm going to eat this egg roll. Y luego empecé a hablar de otra cosa. And then I never posted the review. And then after, like 5 girls replied like, hey, pero ¿qué pasó con el review? Like, you didn't even post it. And I was like, damn. I told my friend, I was like, dude, I haven't talked to this girl in like 5 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, just the fact that she actually like, el video era como de unos 30, 40 segundos. And it's just cool for her to have sent me a message, like, porque obviamente she saw the whole video and she was like, like invested in it. So I was like, damn, like maybe I should have posted it. And I just told like, oh, it was good. Like, it was good, girl.
Yeah.
Pero like those little things, like those people, I don't know, like como que sí me dieron ganas de empezar a poner más videos.
Right.
And just say like, you're right, like, fuck it.
So now because I get the same feeling, right? So now when I have somebody coming onto the podcast telling me that, oh, you're so excited to come to the podcast, I'm getting the same feeling as you, right? Yeah. It's the same thing. It's full circle. You should just do it. Like, honestly, I really, really hope that after this podcast, you just let go and just be yourself, right?
I will.
Yeah, I really, really hope so, because I think you have the personality for that, but I just... and you're not alone. Honestly, there's so many people out there that I'm like, man, if you were to just like post yourself like out there, you would go viral. Not necessarily that you have to go viral, but you have so much to offer to the world in a positive way that like people are missing out on who you are as a person. And it's just, I think it's a very, very beautiful thing.
Yeah. And like I was talking to my friend before driving, or when I was driving over here. Y le dije, dude, ¿qué voy a decir? ¿De qué voy a hablar? And he's like, Jessica, just like be yourself. Be yourself. I'm like, I know, pero es que, no sé. But I mean, this is, thank you. It means a lot though. About the personality thing,
Yeah, you really do have a personality, but I feel like you have a blockage there.
Sí.
Yeah.
A big one.
Okay, so you've seen a few of the episodes del podcast. Have you seen any of the ayahuasca ones? Or no? Okay, so do you know what ayahuasca is?
Not really.
Okay, so ayahuasca. So you haven't seen the podcast, but because we've actually talked about ayahuasca quite a bit, and for some of the people that do watch the podcast, like different episodes, right? I don't really want to do this as like an ayahuasca episode of promoting ayahuasca, but it's a brew that you take y te conecta to the spiritual realm, right? Mm-hmm. It gets you connected to nature and all of that. And at times with ayahuasca, it'll heal you, and there might be some sort of trauma that's blocking you. Not necessarily telling you to do ayahuasca, right? But a lot of people have found that when you drink this brew, it takes you back to what the blockage is. And it kind of like, hey, this happened in your life that cost you from not being your full potential. I'll give you an example, right? For example, I think I had heard this story of a UFC fighter, right? That a lot throughout his whole time, his whole life, he was going through this trauma, or he was very like anxious. And it turns out after like he did ayahuasca, the whole ceremony, it turns out that when he was in his mother's womb, he went back into being inside of his mother's belly. I guess he had the umbilical cord around his neck, right? So ayahuasca, like he was getting these visions, and he went back to when he was a baby inside of the belly, and it turns out that he had the cord around his neck. That's why from there he had the blockage and the anxiety that he was like traumatized from, that he was suffocating. So he was carrying that trauma all his life until he did ayahuasca. He was able to like liberate from that. So, not saying that you have some sort of blockage or anything like that, or that you have to do it, but and you're not by yourself. Like there's so many people out there that they're not living their full potential. And man, for me, I think that's why I wanted to do the podcast, because I want to encourage and motivate people to just be the best they can possibly be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after this, I'm going to start. So you've motivated me to
Yeah.
just say fucking and post it.
But why do you think it takes somebody else to tell you that? Why? Like, and I'm not speaking just for you, right? Just why do you think people stop themselves?
I think it's just the fear of like, sí, el qué dirán, qué va a decir la gente, qué va a decir. We just focus too much on like what the negative of it, you know, like what are people gonna say, and I think that's it. Just fear of, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have so many like vlog entries que tengo en mi teléfono that I'm just recording myself talking.
Yeah.
I literally did one today. I was like, get ready with me, going to Hoy Nomás podcast.
No way. Oh, dude, post it. Post
I
it.
will.
And I'll send you a clip after
I'll
that.
post it. I'll post it.
And yeah, we'll freaking do
I
it,
was
man.
like, what am I going to wear? How am I going to do my makeup and like all this?
Oh,
But,
that's freaking dope.
yeah, because I'm
man.
telling you, like, estaba bien emocionada when you sent me that message.
Oh,
It's
man.
on the
That's,
video of, when I went to Disneyland, when I got the roses on Valentine's Day.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yes, my prayers were heard. I manifested this.
Dude, man, honestly, like, dude, I want you to do it, man. Like,
Yeah.
even you saying this it comes full circle, right? Like, I started this last year, right? From bottom up. Like, we literally have it in our backyard,
Yeah.
right? And it's just
cool. It's cool setup.
that's dope. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
it's
you.
really
Yeah,
nice.
so now it's just like, even like having my cousin come and talk about like postpartum or whatever. Now, for somebody that she don't have, like, she's not an influencer or whatever, but just her just being vulnerable and speaking about her life experience
Mm-hmm.
or whatever she's gone through, reaching over 2 million people, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's crazy, right? And you don't have to be anybody famous or an influencer, because I'm a strong believer that everybody's life is like a book. It's a story to tell, right? And everybody, like, maybe when let's say if you're riding like public transportation, if you come across a complete stranger, at times their life or their experiences can be like insane and mind-blowing just out of a complete stranger, that they don't have a platform, but that a conversation can like impact you tremendously.
Yeah.
All right. And it's just, why are people stopping themselves? I hate it. Like, it's just, I want people to just be themselves. That's why I'm working so hard on this type of platform, because I want to put myself out there that starting from ground up, I'm able to build a platform not only for myself, but for the person like yourself that's scared to like maybe start their own or whatever, you know. And just because I feel like life in general and just the experiences that people have, it's a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. No, see, yeah. Man, I guess it's like also like I'm just kind of shy sometimes.
Yeah, but you're an extrovert.
But I just said I'm an extra. I know. Contradicting myself. I guess, you know what it is? It's like the camera. I get intimidated by the camera for some reason.
Is that camera like?
Yeah,
but
like,
the
no,
camera is
like-
like freaking.
I haven't even looked at it the whole freaking podcast.
No, that's fine, because we're still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's casi you're supposed to forget about the cameras. Or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start too though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember like back in high school, I think I started like a YouTube channel. I think it was called like Cooking with Jess.
That's
'Cause I wanted to
dope.
be a chef too at one point. And I did one video, but that was it. Hasta ahí. But I just always liked like recording and the cameras and stuff. Like back in high school, I used to record my brother's lacrosse games, and I used to work on like little videos and highlights of his games. Pero sí, I'm gonna start vlogging. I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post that. Get ready with me to go to the
Oh,
Uno Mas podcast.
do it, and I'll share it on the thing, because for me
Yeah.
that's a freaking huge thing for me.
Really?
It's
Ah,
a
so
huge
cool.
thing. Why?
Yeah.
Because that's like I mentioned, it's full circle that somebody from like a perspective way, right, is
Sorry.
yeah. Like from an outsider perspective, they're excited to come here. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing my job, right?
Yeah.
And I love it.
Dude,
So
like, Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, that I would always see Daniel on your podcast. Like, damn, ya se fue como 5 veces. Like, when is he gonna ask me? Like, I want to go on his podcast. Ya me toca.
Yeah, sorry, Daniel.
It's okay.
Nah, yeah, and just like Daniel, like, oh man, pinche Daniel, like, he has a huge, like, personality.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro. Like, grábate, güey.
Yeah.
Like, I tell him all the
should,
time,
yeah.
like, wait, grábate, just like, because he, like, I know he's very talented in music, but his personality can freaking boost him up,
Sí.
right? But a lot of people don't see, like, their full potential, and so they stop themselves. No way, grábate, way,
Yeah.
you'll fucking blow up,
Sí,
you know?
yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's fucking
cool.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Jealous.
But you're the same way. I feel like you have a very
Really?
good personality. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe you got shy again. Maybe.
You think so? Like
Or,
right now?
or you feel good now? Or you're good?
I might have to take another shot.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
shit. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like, what vibe did I give you, like, from Instagram? Because we had never met before. This is
No.
the first time we've met.
Right.
Because I know Everett didn't tell you anything, right? Did
No,
he?
nothing at all.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? For some reason, right, something told me to, even though we've never met, and like you said, you hardly post on Instagram or anything like that, but something told me to, hey, tell her to come to the podcast.
Had to be.
Yeah.
De vez
Hey.
en cuando ponía algo, pero no.
Yeah.
I don't really post a lot of
There's,
stuff.
I feel like there's no mistakes, right? So I just feel that something maybe after this, I really hope you start posting
I
after
will.
this one.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start to. I'm gonna start to really like, and like I told you, like it's just for my like at the beginning, like the recaps and the like the vacation recaps and stuff. Nomás eran para mí. Like I was telling you, I ran into some YouTubers at Disneyland. Lo puse, got a couple, like it got like 40,000 views and like 10,000 likes and stuff, and I put it for private, like just for me, because I started getting a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, lo voy a borrar, and I just like hid it from my
shit.
TikTok. But yeah, I think this is gonna spark my little like.
Oh
start
man, that'll be
vlogging and
freaking
start-
dope if you actually
Yeah,
do that.
I will. Who knows?
shit,
Maybe
there
I'm
we
gonna start my own podcast.
Do it. Honestly, whatever I can do to help you, I'll go ahead and do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly.
Y me
Yeah.
gusta estar hablando. Like I told my friend, I was like, "Fuck, I'm nervous," but I feel like that's a good thing because when I'm nervous, I talk a lot. Yeah, no me callo.
Yeah.
Pero
So let me ask you this:
Yes.
like podcasts would be something that you would be like interested in doing?
after this experience, I think I would.
Yeah.
Like just like a couple friends, drinks and stuff. Or
Right.
just talking about whatever topic. Kind of like you right now.
Yeah.
Like just talking about whatever it is that we have to talk about.
Right, and that's all it is. That's a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Porque cuando escuchas el radio, whatever, like, what is it that you're listening to? Just some random as fucking conversation.
Yeah.
A veces they're talking about que soccer. I don't even fucking listen to soccer. But at times you just like, or I don't even watch soccer, but at times you just turn on the radio and whatever the conversation they're talking about, you just let it play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think I would. Podcast would be cool, but also, like sometimes I have like story times que tengo en mi teléfono.
Yeah.
Like story times, like.
Oh, you have your own story times?
Yeah.
Tell
Pero
me.
just for myself.
Okay, tell me a story time.
What was the last story time I had?
When was the last time that Jessica cried?
¿Cuándo fue?
And then we'll make it a positive one. But first one, when was the last time that Jessica cried?
Jessica tries to be strong most of the times.
Okay.
I'm the oldest of three. I have
Okay.
two younger brothers.
Okay.
So I've always felt like that responsibility to be like la fuerte, la que no llora, like the good example, like trying to help out my brothers. I love my brothers. My brothers are my babies. Even if they're 26 and 25, like I still see them as my kids because
Okay.
growing up, like I had to take care of them when I was younger. So, I try to be strong. But last time I cried was, ni sé. No lloro.
No?
No, I'm strong. I'm a strong girl.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Damn, I don't know. When was the last
okay.
time you cried?
Man,
It's hard.
yeah. The only thing is that, like, I almost had a moment right today that at times because doing what I do is, well, I have my full-time job, right? but then coming and like working around the house, doing the whole podcast thing. Then after this, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be editing the podcast, like doing the clips. At times, like I'm putting so much work behind it that a lot of the people don't see the behind the scenes, but then seeing like having over 2 million people and just multiple like posts now, like getting traction over 10,000 views or whatever. At times is affirmation and confirmation that I'm in the right path, right? Yeah. So just seeing that, like seeing a little bit of the fruits of my labor, like kind of like building up, it got me emotional to that point because it's a lot of work.
When's your birthday?
April 13th.
Oh, Aries?
Aries.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are you Cancer? Because
Yeah.
Cancer are very emotional.
And
I'm
I'm
trying to
in
get into horoscopes, but okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm in Aries, and I'm super emotional.
Really?
Like super emotional. Yeah.
I'm Aries too, March 22nd.
Oh, really?
See.
Okay.
But I don't think I'm very... sometimes I'm kind of emotional.
So do you know about like the whole horoscope things or no?
Not really. I
No?
think that's like a girl thing. Like
Okay.
a girl. I have a ram tatted like right. Tengo, me puse.
Okay, so you asked me, yeah, what's my horoscope? But
I don't know. I was like, oh, is he a Cancer? But that's like very like, mucha gente piensa como, oh, girls are very into horoscopes. I'm not into horoscopes that much.
yeah.
But I did get a ram tatted for the Aries horoscope.
shit.
Yeah, so
That's
it's like
dope.
huge ram right there.
I was gonna get a Nadius.
Really?
Or
Is that
not a Nadius,
something
but the symbol.
related?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was like, I do have my like 413 here.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's here. Yeah, I think it is here. Yeah, either here or here. But I got it 413 because that's my birthday. But for some reason, I've always said that everything in life is possible, right? And it turns out that on the Bible verse, it says the same thing, right? That everything is possible through Christ, or something along the lines. So I thought it was perfect. And I just feel like there's no mistakes in life. And I was probably born in that date for a specific reason. So yeah, I got it tatted.
413.
Yeah, 413.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So
that was the last time you cried?
I almost cried for that. Now, because it's just a lot of work, and at times I'm like, fuck, am I doing the right thing, right? I was taking a walk with Teddy, right, this morning, and I was talking about like at times you do have to walk by faith and not by sight, because a lot of times you're putting so much freaking work into something and you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. And a lot of people stop in that sense because you're working and you're not seeing everything like come into fruition. But what you're not realizing is that what you're building, you're constructing it in the spiritual realm, right? Since you're working so much, all of this you're building in a space, in a realm that you can't see. And if you were to just continue, it's going to end up manifesting into the physical realm because of so much, nutrition and work that you put in behind it. So I don't know where I was going with this, but it got to me because it's like, man, I work so hard into all of this, and I feel like I'm so close to like getting to my goal that I was just like, man, like I just pray to God that everything is going to take off.
Do you believe in manifestation?
I really do.
Me too.
Yeah, strongly do.
I do too.
Yeah. Do you believe that everything is meant to be?
I do.
Yeah. Why? Why?
I have a story about manifestation.
Okay.
Can I tell you a story?
Tell me.
Okay, so this is so I was gonna go to a concert.
Okay.
This is Yaritza.
Okay.
Yaritza Susencia. It was like right when the whole thing about like she made a comment about like, Mexico and all that stuff. But I still love her. Like her music is cool and everything. And I had a feeling, I don't know how, but I was like, la voy a conocer y la voy a ver, and I'm gonna hang out with her and I'm gonna meet her. So when I bought my ticket, I invited one of my friends. We bought the general ticket. She performed in North Park. And then she had meet and greet tickets. And when I asked my friend if she wanted to get some, they had sold out. So I was like, fuck, like, ya no la voy a conocer. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to message her on Instagram.
What the heck?
I messaged her two brothers. I was like, I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to answer. Si no me contestan, pues it's okay. Like, no pasa nada. So then one of her brothers answered. I was like, hey, like, you guys are performing in San Diego. I want to give you guys a gift. I wanted to get them the Padres jerseys. So then one of the brothers messaged, and I was like, what the hell? Like, a las 2 horas, I messaged him. And during this time, I didn't think they were going to message back because they have a whole bunch of followers. And it was during that, like when they made the whole comment about Mexico and the food and stuff. So I was like, they're probably going to get so much hate right now. So they're not going to answer my message. So one of her brothers ends up messaging me back. And then he's like, yeah, like, we're going to be in San Diego. Like, I asked for their sizes. And then he gave me their sizes and everything. And I was like, hey, like, I don't have meet and greet tickets. Like, how am I going to meet you guys before the concert to give you the gift? And then he's like, oh, no te preocupes. Like, I'll send my sister out there to get you. Oh, I was like, what the hell? So, so we went to the concert. I had the jerseys. Their sister, older sister is her manager. She walked outside. She's like, Jessica? I'm like, yeah. She pulled us in. We were hanging out with them the whole before the concert. Gave them jerseys and everything. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to invite them out for dinner.
What the heck?
I was like, hey, like, what are you guys doing after the concert? And then the sister was like, oh, nada, like, we're here for tonight. We leave tomorrow morning. And I was like, oh, like, do you guys want to hang out after the concert? Like, and well, obviously they know I'm a fan because I'm there for the concert. Sorry. And then the sister was like, yeah. And then she's like, here, take my number. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? And then so the sister gives me her number, and then I text her back, so she saves my number. And then they ended up they kept us there before the people came in, so I was like literally right in front. And then when the concert was gonna end, I messaged the sister again. I was like, hey, we're kind of the same age, she's a little bit older. And then I was like, hey, like, are you guys gonna be down? Like, I know this spot in downtown. I took them to Temple on 5th.
Oh, okay.
I think you guys were there last night, no?
We went to King and Queen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's the Temple is like right on 5th,
right,
like on the strip. So then she's like, yeah, like, we're down. Like, we're just going to take pictures with the fans. And then, like, we're going to be out there. Like, we'll meet you there. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a fan. Like, what the hell? They ended up showing up.
Oh, shit.
We got there, and then it was her and then, like, Yaritza and her brothers. And everyone was there. And then we were just having dinner with them. And we became really cool friends.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, she's really cool. Her sister's cool. Yaritza's cool. Like, the brothers they were quiet, but like they were still there. And so I manifested it. I told my friend, I was like, I'm gonna meet them. And yeah, it ended up happening.
Do you still keep in contact?
I not with Yaritza, but her older sister.
Oh shit.
I sometimes, like, I have her on Instagram, like, I'll reply to her stories and stuff. But yeah.
Oh, that's freaking
they're pretty
dope.
cool. They're really nice. They're
Oh,
really
damn, that's
cool.
crazy.
So yeah, I believe in manifestation.
Oh, shit.
Strongly believe in manifestation.
Bring them to the podcast.
Oh, for real? Well, they're from Seattle.
Yeah.
She like, right when they did the San Diego concert, she's like, oh, whenever you want to come to Seattle, like, vente pa acá, whatever. I was like, damn.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, so you messaged the brother, right?
Yeah.
But then you became friends with the older sister, right? I wonder how that's so weird, right?
Everything was weird. Like, I remember I went with my friend to the concert. Y le dije, hey, like, after the concert, like, they want to go out for dinner. Like, are you down? She's like, no, because it's going to be awkward. And I was going to give her a ride back home.
Right.
So I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pass this up. Like, ya los invité. I'm going to go with them. Because when are you going to have that opportunity to, you went to their concert because you like their music. And then to be able to take them out for dinner. Like, that's freaking cool. So yeah, manifestation.
Did you take a picture of, like, you and the jerseys or any of that?
Yeah, I have a video, like, before, and then Yaritza was like, oh, I want to give a shout out to Jessica for the Padres jerseys.
Oh shit.
And then, like, after just when we were having dinner, we took pictures and videos and stuff. It was pretty cool. Dope. It was a cool experience. It's really nice.
That's freaking crazy. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
They got so much hate for like the Mexico interview and stuff.
Yeah, I spoke about that also in a different podcast.
Yeah.
Because they're kids, man.
What is it? Like, and I was talking to the sister about that, and I was like, dude, like, she's like, Yaritza and them, they grew up in Seattle. Yeah. Ellos no conocen nada de Mexico, just like what they grew up with. And, but yeah, I was like, damn, people are always going to talk shit.
And the thing is that you don't have to like the same things as everyone else.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And then, like, people were complaining about the whole Mexico thing of being too loud. It is fucking loud.
It is, yeah.
Right?
Yo ¿cuándo fui? Fui en agosto. Y le dije, I told my mom, I was like, no manches, like, no wonder Yariza was complaining, this is fucking loud.
Right.
Y se ran the centro and puras policía and literally, like, everything was so loud.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, yeah, and the thing is, but people took it out of context, and then somebody said something, and then from there, so they se agarraron, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that it is what it is. People are different. People are going to like certain things or dislike certain things. I just feel like it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not very, like, open-minded. I feel like I'm a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but yeah.
What do you mean in comparison to what, like them or the people, like the audience or whatever?
The people who were, like, making those comments about them.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
they just
muy
took it like,
cerrados.
they probably took it in an offensive way. They can, how are they going to be talking down like on Mexico when Mexico's supporting you? They're
Mexican. Yeah.
Obviously, they're singing Mexican music, right? They're traveling to Mexico, but if they were obviously like born and raised with different like background.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. I told my mom, I was like, even the food, like, I mean, the food was good, but maybe because I like to cook, that I have very high standards for the food.
Yeah,
I was like, la comida ni está tan buena. I feel like the best food was like the street food.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
But even like I've gone to Guanajuato too, and we actually got sick from Guanajuato.
Really? From the food?
From eating like street food out there. Like we were sick like for 3 days, like completely sick, throwing up and everything. Yeah. It was bad. And honestly, Guanajuato food wasn't the best.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't think we went to Mexico City.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, we've been to a couple places, and I was like, I've never been to a spot where I'm like, oh, the food is like so good. Like, I want to come back here again. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I just.
Yeah.
No se me hizo tan buena tampoco.
Right. Yeah. Tampoco.
So.
At times, people hype everything else up because of social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The videos, the reels look nice, but at times it's just like, man, there's better food down the street. You know what I mean?
You know what else? Like, I feel like I'm a very hard critic when it comes to food.
Yeah.
Porque me gusta cocinar.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like, le falta sal, le falta esto, le falta el otro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really eat out that much.
Okay.
Do you?
I try not to, especially now that I'm trying to like count my macros and things like that, because I'm very, ¿cómo te diré? Like, let's say if I'm not like cooking my meals or whatever, it's hard to keep track of macros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that I'm like trying to get dialed in, I need to cook my own food, right? Or like my girl will cook for me or whatever. So I try to keep everything in-house. And then like for dinner, like if I know that we're going to go out, then I'll eat like super light. And that way, if I do like splurge or have like a higher, then I know that, okay, I have enough calories to freaking eat out.
Oh, makes sense.
So now let me ask you this. Since you travel a lot, what's been your favorite place to travel to or best experience?
My best experience? So I think the best one last year was Thailand. Because before Thailand, me gusta mucho ir a Mexico porque, first of all, it's super cheap. Okay. And then I have a membership with Volaris, the Mexican airline. And I pay, I think it's like $35 or $40 a month. And I get like $30, $40 round trip tickets to Mexico.
Okay, so you pay $35 a month.
Uh-huh.
¿Y cómo funciona?
So it's like a membership. So every month, the first of the month, you get charged $35 or $40. I don't know how much it is. And then for that month, like for example, for February, I was able to take a trip to, I was looking into La Paz. Okay. And it was going to be $45 round trip to take the flight. Shit. And one of my something that I have on my bucket list this year is to take a solo trip.
Oh, shit.
So I wanted to go to La Paz, pero me da miedo. I feel like being a woman, like it's just so hard to travel by yourself in Mexico. Me da miedo. Soy miedosa también.
Okay.
But so Mexico's always fun, but I feel like my favorite trip so far has been Thailand. I did that last year in October.
Before we go into the Thailand trip, why the solo trip?
I feel like, dude, I'm weird. Like, I feel like I love to get over my fears.
Okay, pégate el microphone. Yeah,
there.
Te lo puedes mover ahí.
Okay. So my 3 biggest fears are snakes, sharks, and the deep sea.
Okay.
Those are me da un montón de miedo.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like it's weird. I'm terrified of the deep sea. But last year or 2 years ago, my dad was like, he loves going deep sea fishing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my dad, he goes to, I think it's Ensenada. Se va como a las 3, 4 de la mañana, and they take off like 2 hours into the deep sea.
Yeah.
They're out there the whole day, and then they come back like at 5, 6 p.m. Y siempre nos invita, like, oh, let's go deep sea fishing. Like, let's go. My brothers son bien miedosos. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. And he's like,
shit.
pero no te gusta. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I'll do it. I want to get over that fear. So I went deep sea fishing. Yeah. En cuanto me subí a la lancha, estuve vomite like the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like I got over that fear, según yo. Like snakes, I'm terrified of snakes, but I'll touch a snake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with this.
About the solo trip.
Yeah. So one of my biggest fears is also like this year, I feel like I'm scared to take a trip by myself.
Okay.
So I like to, I love challenging myself.
Okay.
I love getting over like, you know, like, oh, I don't know, like thinking como que no lo puedo hacer and then doing it and then like saying like, okay, I did it. It was a challenge, but I did it. And I also, but anyway, so then, so that's one of my biggest fears right now, like taking a solo trip. No me gusta estar sola. Like, I feel like I'd rather experience a trip with someone else, but then again, like I feel like taking a solo trip is just going to be fun because it's just voy a estar yo sola and kind of just connecting with myself in a way and like being okay with being by myself. So I told my mom, le dije, hey, me voy a ir a La Paz. And she's like, ¿con quién? And I was like, yo sola. She's like, ¿cómo te vas a ir sola a La Paz? Que quién sabe qué. I was like, ay, le dije, no pasa nada. Le dije, I'm going to be fine. So that trip is supposedly planned out for next month for my birthday. Pero yeah, just taking a solo trip.
Oh shit.
Yo sola.
But you just want to do it just because you just want to see what happens? Or?
Yeah, I just want to experience just being by myself. Like like it goes back to like just challenging myself. Like, como no me gusta estar sola, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. Like, just like, you're gonna fucking do it and be by yourself, and you know you're gonna be okay if you're by yourself. Kind of like the deep sea fishing. Yeah. Like, you're scared of the deep sea, but you're gonna do it. You're gonna find out that you're okay. The snakes and all that stuff.
And that'll be dope to document that. Like, hey,
that's where. Yeah, I told my friend, I was like, I'm gonna go. And I'm going to start vlogging like, oh, come spend a solo trip with me in La Paz, you know? Like, I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah. After the Hoy Nomás clip, right? I really want that one to be your first one. I did it, man.
I sent it I put it on close friends. I was like...
Oh, no, what the fuck? You haven't?
Oh, no, I sent it to my friend. Like 3 or 4 friends. No. Because I think it just... Yeah. No, I was like... I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear for the podcast. Like, what do you even wear for the podcast? Like, I think I need to get a stylist.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna make it big.
Oh shit, that's so fucking dope, man. Oh man, I really want you to post that one. I'll reshare that one.
I will.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna try to edit it.
I honestly feel like I fucking made it. You know, from me, right? Because that's coming from an outsider. So
and for me too. Like when you sent me like, oh, come on my podcast. I was like, I told my friend. I was like, damn, I made it.
That's so dope, man.
Yeah. So thank you again.
Yeah, thank you. So now going back to what you were saying for La Paz, you said that's going to be your first solo trip. Are you actually thinking of doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Me da miedo, pero I already looked at everything. I was looking at the flights. I was looking at the hotels. I was like, oh, it's only like a 10-minute drive from the airport to the hotel. That's like, I just want to spend the day at the beach the whole day. And I feel like, like it's going to be a good experience. Just to be, I already feel like I'm a very independent person. But I feel like taking a solo trip is just going to be fun. Like, nomás yo sola.
Yeah.
Doing whatever the hell I want to do. Waking up at whatever time I want to do. Eating whatever I want. Doing whatever I want. You know, and maybe that's gonna spark, you know, like the interest to start traveling like outside of the country by myself.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I want to go to Europe by myself.
Yeah. Damn, by yourself.
No quiero ser miedosa. Yeah. Soy miedosa.
So, is there something that you've heard, or por ejemplo, por qué es algo que te da like miedo, or like for instance your mom that, oh, what the hell, you're going by yourself?
Creo que por ser mujer.
Yeah, that's a big
mujer
one, right?
Es como que I don't know, like, o sea, I told my guy friend, because one of my guy friends, he's taking a solo trip to Thailand. He doesn't even speak the language or anything, and he's just going out there for like 3 weeks. And then I'm like, dude, like, I don't know, like being a guy, like it's just so much easier. But being a woman es como que te da miedo de que si te, I don't know, like que si te agarra alguien y te hace algo. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, what if I'm at the bar and like they put something in my drink or something? I mean, I don't know. Like I just there's so many things that come to your, you know, like you start thinking about.
So when you travel, like, what's your interest of like, por qué escoges like
Los lugares?
Yeah.
Honestly, I just find, I feel like the older you are, it's harder to find people that either have the money to travel or the time to travel. Or some of my friends, a lot of my friends have kids. So it's just harder to find people that want to travel. Like, for example, last year I took a trip with 2 of my friends from work. And they had never been to Guanajuato. I've been to Guanajuato like maybe 5 times. Like, but I know it, like, puedo ser su pinche guía. Like, I know every place in Guanajuato. And, they picked Guanajuato, and I've been there so many times. So I was like, oh, I'll take you guys. Like, I'll be your tour guide. Like, I know I have a guy that can pick us up, and I have a guy that can take us to the tours and stuff. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Pero yo nomás por viajar. Like, it doesn't matter where I go. I just like to kind of like break away from the routine.
Okay.
And just kind of forget about everything at work and forget about everything here at home and just go away and just enjoy the moment and enjoy the food and like walking around los pueblitos and stuff like that. I don't know. I just really like doing it.
Okay. So I have a thing with that, and I want to get your perspective to that, right? Because you said you kind of want to get away from your normal routine and just, you know, travel, enjoy life. But then my perspective, right? I don't like really traveling that much because I'm like, man, I'm so focused in my goals and dreams that I don't want to like derail from them. And I'm so focused on my stuff that if I do take a vacation, I'm like, fuck, I'm leaving behind my life, and I'm like moving forward and, you know, going in the right direction. So now let me ask you this. Is it because you're leaving a life that you don't want to live?
Oh, I had never thought about it that way. No, I think it's more because, like I think I told you earlier, I like to, well, I guess, learning about culture, learning about people's way of lives. También porque I'm a big foodie, so I like to eat, find out like new restaurants and stuff. I also like to collect Starbucks mugs, like from little cities and stuff. I don't know, like it's just, I feel like at this point it's just like a hobby. Like I really like to just the whole experience of like packing and like the outfits and the whole like airport thing and like flying out, and I don't know, like it's just fun.
You just enjoy it, right?
I enjoy it, yeah. I really do enjoy it.
And there's nothing wrong with that because that's something that I've completely not struggled with, right? But I've always been kind of like I had a back and forth. Obviously, when I travel to like different places, which I've only been to a few places, right? But when I go, I enjoy it, right? And I let it go. But then at the same time, I do get that a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, oh man, I really like what I'm doing, right? I really like that I'm moving forward, my goals and dreams. But then I go back and forth. It's just like, am I too focused on this and then not enjoying life, doing like traveling?
Conocer and
right.
Just,
But I'm totally fine doing what I do with my little routine. I'm happy with it. You get what I'm saying? So now getting a different perspective like yourself, is it that you're kind of like traveling or running away from what you wish you're currently doing, that maybe you're not completely happy that you have to travel elsewhere to have fun, right? Or enjoy life. Or I just wanted to get that perspective.
I had never thought about it that way.
Yeah. What are you running from?
I know. Del trabajo. No.
You get what I'm saying, though,
yeah,
right?
I get you.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's a good POV. Good point of view. Good point of view. Or maybe I'm just traveling to start my vlogs and start recording, because I'm telling you, I have so many freaking recordings and vlogs and stuff that I'm just keeping to myself at this point. Yeah. I like to talk to my phone. Bien rara, no? But I don't know. Traveling is fun.
Okay, so when you travel, por ejemplo, dijiste Thailand, right?
Yes.
Do you do a little bit of research behind it or no?
So for this trip, mis amigas, I met some girls through work. Okay. She's stationed in Chicago. Her and I became really good friends. We met at a training. And she was the one who said, hey, we're going to take a trip to Thailand. ¿Quieres ir? I'm like, yes. Like, yes, a todo.
Okay.
The yes, girl. Yes. I was like, yeah, I'm down. She's like, okay. Like, she gave me the dates and everything. And we signed up. It was a tour agency. So it's pretty cool porque ellos they get your flight, your hotel. They pretty much do everything for you. You don't have to worry about anything. But it's the first trip that I don't plan anything. I'm usually a planner. I like to plan. I like to make itineraries. If I'm taking a group trip, I'll tell them to like tell me what they want to do, and then I'll work on something to take advantage of the whole time out there.
Right.
I feel like I'm an early bird, so I like to wake up early in the morning para aprovechar todo el día. But I really didn't do a lot of research when I went to Thailand. No, I didn't. I was the only thing I did research was the food.
Oh, okay.
I was like, ¿qué comida voy a comer allá? It was like alligator and like a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Did you eat anything exotic or?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I
yeah,
didn't.
I'm the same way.
I should have. Maybe I should have.
Nah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I like to keep it like basic.
Yeah. I don't think, what was the last exotic thing I ate? I don't know. One of my coworkers brought guinea pig to work.
What?
Yeah.
And did you try it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Because they were taking a trip to Peru.
Yeah.
And their like main dish out there is, they call it cuy. But
Okay.
it's guinea pig.
Okay.
So she brought some guinea pig over to work, and she made everyone try it. But I was like, no.
Oh, I feel
it's
bad
like,
for the
no.
animals,
Yeah,
man.
I'm like, no, because for us they're pets.
Right. Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, pero los hay pollo, and I was like, no.
Yeah. I
can't.
feel bad, right?
Yeah, maybe if I was out there, it'd be different. Pero no, I eat crickets when I go to Mexico. When I go to Guadalajara,
Yeah.
siempre traigo bolsas de grillos.
Really? I've never
Yeah.
tried
You never
that.
had them?
No, I never tried
I'll bring
that.
some next time if I go. Yeah, they're really good. Saben a tajín.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're good.
Tajín?
Yeah, they kind of like season them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it throws people off porque está el grillo así en grandote.
Yeah.
But they're good. I
So
like them.
if you were to see like a grillo like down there, would you pick it up and eat it or not?
If I was in Fear Factor, yes.
Okay.
I feel like maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Just squish it and put tahini on it.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, the ones that they have, like los cocinan, o no sé cómo los hacen, pero but yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that and I still don't even think I would try it.
No?
Me da cosa.
Really?
Yeah.
But they're tiny and they're cooked.
Still though.
Protein.
Maybe.
Yeah, for the gains.
You know what? I actually saw that protein powders are made out of freaking like worms and things like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Not all protein powders, but some of them are.
When I went to Mexico City, they had crickets I can eat. Like,
Okay.
no me dan miedo. Pero tenían cucarachas, tenían, what else did they have? Worms
Yeah.
and like scorpions.
Oh,
And those,
okay,
like the
damn.
big things.
Oh,
Eso sí, I was
damn.
like, hell no.
Yeah. So what's been the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Well, crickets, what else?
In the Philippines, they wanted me to try balut.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's the embryo, like fully developed, como el huevo, no?
El huevo, yeah.
The chick, the little thing.
Yeah.
And you didn't try it?
Nah, heck
What?
no.
It looks good.
Because you can actually see the beak and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's no way.
No, I don't think, honestly, I don't think I would ever try that.
Yeah.
Balut. I've heard about it.
I was there for like a week and a half.
A week and a half. And you
Yeah.
didn't try anything weird?
Nah,
Exotic?
nah,
No?
hell no. Keep me like to the basic.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried, I went to, back in high school, I took a trip to Europe with like a high school thing.
Yeah.
And I tried escargot, like the snails.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are, they were all right.
Okay.
Pero creo que es lo único como que exotic that I've ever had.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to your trip to Thailand, I think it was Thailand. I think I saw a post. So you don't look into like the history behind it or anything like that?
No.
Really?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Oh man.
I didn't.
I really, really wonder what gets you like wanting to travel. Why? Because the way I look at it, right, is I'm very not necessarily into conspiracies, but I'm a strong believer that life has been restarted and reset so many times, right? So on one of your posts, I think it's Thailand here. Let me look it up. And the way that I look at it, it's just like, who built these structures?
Is it the pyramid one?
No, it's not even a pyramid. It's here. Let me try to see if I can find it real quick, and I'll put it up on the screen. But it's one of those things, and it gets me curious that like somebody traveling to something like that is not looking it up.
I'm not really big into history.
Really? Oh, I'm not into history.
Oh, okay.
But I'm into like what's really been happening throughout time.
Oh, okay. I get
Right?
you. Yeah.
Like, for instance, are you even looking at the like structures behind you? Por ejemplo, is the Thai temples.
Can I see it? Real
Yeah.
quick? Is it the gold? Oh, okay. I know which one.
Okay, so who the heck built all of this?
La neta, no sé. I don't remember.
Are you paying attention to that? Oh man!
I just see pretty buildings and I take pictures of them. And I should have. Like no me acuerdo.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Oh man, I really want to show it. Like, I don't know if I should bring up the projector so I can we can end it here. Like, show this and then kind of like wrap it up. Or maybe I'll just bring it up. I'll take a picture of it and bring it up. Okay. So when you look at this, right? You're seeing this picture. Do you feel like you're regular Mexicano, right? Because us Mexicanos are the biggest like hard workers and builders, right? Do you think a Mexicano, your regular Mexicano, is going to build this?
No.
Right? Why?
No. Por la manera en que está hecho, pues no creo que it doesn't tie to like the Mexican architecture, right?
So now do you feel like people from Thailand and things like that, they're more hardworking than a Mexicano?
Oh, I see where you're going. Because of how it's built?
Yeah.
Because of like the little like details and everything?
Yes. Do you feel like they're...
Like, como que le pusieron más ganas? Le echaron más ganas a los
do you feel like they would outdo a Mexicano right now? You just looking at the people out there, right? Do you feel like... No, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who the heck built all of this?
Yeah.
Right? So now let me show you this post, right? It's just like, so for me, I look at that, right? Because I'm very interested in like Egypt. I'm very interested in Peru, like all those ancient civilizations that happened way before us. So it really gets me thinking of like what happened before and what happened to all these people that had all this knowledge behind it, like prior to us. That's why when you go there, I'm like, damn, I wonder if she's into this type of things. Or if you even start thinking about these things.
No.
Really?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you just go for the experience, just to have fun, for the food? Oh, man.
Yeah, damn, you're making me feel bad now, Angel. Fuck.
But I hope at least it's bringing you like something like, oh, shit, that's right. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, you're right. Like, no, la neta, I don't know. I'm just there for the Starbucks mugs.
Oh, no.
I'm a huge Starbucks fan. I was so into Starbucks, I wanted to get the Starbucks logo tatted.
Okay, so I'm going to show you this, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is somewhere, like, usually I would pull it up, but I'll make sure to like, screen record it and post it.
Yeah.
But, so this is something similar. Oh, shit. Sorry, it's fucking
okay.
loud.
Oh, it's the same one, no?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Similar to it, yeah.
So do you think a regular human being is able to do all of that? Do you feel like a regular human being is able to do all those freaking structures?
No.
Right? No. So now look.
Oh, you saved it too.
Yeah, I saved it. So now look at this clip, and I'll make sure I share it.
It's a lot of detail, a lot of hard work.
Yeah. So they were comparing. They were comparing the like those type of structures to people having technology back then of like constructing things by sorry, because I have the Bluetooth of como te diré, that they had a higher technology than what we have now with lasers and things like that, almost like a 3D print. So that type of thing fascinates me. Like, what is it that they're hiding from us now that we've been like so like they're hiding a history behind like before us that we're like not even presented with at schools and things like that. So what really happened to those people way before us?
I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
That makes me feel bad porque no.
Why?
I don't really like look into like like what you said about like the buildings and stuff like that, like no.
Really?
Yeah, I just go for food. I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest. Like, I'm just going for I like meeting people out there.
Yeah.
I met a lot of cool people out there, and just like, yeah. I mean, they're pretty buildings, pero nunca me he puesto a pensar así como que, oh, like, who built that? Or like, who did this and who did that?
Yeah, because these type of buildings you don't see anywhere.
Unless it's like the 7 wonders of the world. Like
and who built that, right?
Yeah, like the Great Wall of China, or like what else? Machu Picchu is one of them, Colosseum and stuff like that. Eso sí me llama un poquito más la atención. Pero no.
So okay, so you just saw all those details, and even to the place you travel to, there's a lot of details. Do you think that was man-made?
I don't know. Maybe. No, maybe not.
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
and those are the things that I think about, right? Like I try to research and I try to look up different videos on what really happened. And at times we see different designs in structures, but it has to do a lot of times with free energy. They say the reason why, I think there was a post, and the one I showed you, like one of the like structures, it spins. But they say that everything was built through like free energy. That when it was receiving all this energy, all those gears were spinning. Oh. Yeah. So since it was creating free energy, everything was just like almost como si fueran gears and creating energy that back then people wouldn't even have to consume like electric bills and things like that, because everything was like everything was flowing with one another. So it was a whole different type of like lifestyle back then.
I'm going to look into that next trip I take.
Yeah.
Porque no.
Oh, man. Yeah. And that's something that I really, really like dig into. I just love all of that stuff. And it goes back to like getting into plant medicine, getting into not conspiracies. I hate calling it conspiracies because they downplay it when they call it a conspiracy, right? It's more of like, what is it that they're hiding from us?
Right.
As a civilization.
I get you.
Yeah.
Ya me quedé pensando, like, damn.
Does it really get you thinking though, or you're like, fuck, this guy's fucking crazy?
No. No, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind next trip.
Okay.
Because I feel like, damn, I just wasted my whole fucking Thailand trip. I should have looked more into it.
And now we're in 38 minutes.
Damn, that went by fast.
What'd you think so far?
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I loved it. Creo que sí. Sí me como que medio me solté poquito.
Yeah.
The shots definitely helped.
Yeah,
good
for
experience.
Sure.
Very good experience.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love it, man. I love doing freaking podcasts. Yeah. And I feel like you have the personality to do it.
That really means a lot.
Really?
Porque pues nunca me habías conocido, you know, like you just know what I had posted on Instagram.
Right.
So it's it means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I was very curious if you were like, when you go travel, do you like actually are traveling for that, but you go for the experience?
I go for the experience. Yeah. The food.
Yeah. Totally.
Next time I will.
For the Starbucks.
Yeah. That's like my motivation right now. Collect as many mugs as I have, like maybe 50. Mi mamá ya se enojó. She's like, ¿qué hace con esas pinches tazas? I'm like, I don't know.
Why do you collect them?
No sé. I'm a hoarder.
Yeah.
Like I collect a whole bunch of stuff. Right now I'm switching over to just stickers because it's easier to just get.
Where do you put the stickers?
En una maleta que tengo. I have like
do you want to take that sticker?
I saw that. I was like, can I take one? Yeah, tengo una maleta, a carry-on.
Yeah.
Because when I take trips, I try to pack light.
Yeah.
And le pongo ahí, le estaba poniendo stickers. Or magnets, you know, porque las tazas, I don't even use them. I just have them like stored up and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pero,
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is there any final thing you would want to say? Anything, a quote, anything that maybe we didn't touch on that you're like, oh man, I really wanted to say this that I never did? Or
I just want to say thank you. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me over. I don't know, I manifested it, and I had a gut feeling you were going to ask me to come on here. Just kidding, cocky, no? No, but really, thank you for having me on here. It was a very good experience. I was super fucking scared to come on here, pero siento como que I felt comfortable, like, at the beginning. Well, maybe not at the beginning. I felt kind of, like, scared. But I would just say, like, don't let fear stop you from doing what you really want to do. This has definitely helped me out. Me quitó como que ese nervio y ese miedo que he tenido. And I'm for sure going to be posting a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram. Los voy a estar enfadando a todos.
I'm going to hold you accountable for that.
I will. Yeah. I will. And I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to say, fuck it. Y al que le gusta, y al que no, pues, ni pedo.
You're going to get criticized no matter what.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get shit for this one too, but it's okay.
It is what it is. Hey, that's what it is. Okay, it's something you got to realize, right? Yeah. Maybe once you pass, maybe a next generation or whatever, maybe they'll remember you. But past that, nobody's going to care.
And you know what? When I told like maybe 4 or 5 of my best friends, I was like, damn, like, El Angel me dijo que si quiero venir al podcast. And they all asked me, they're like, is it live? Because they wanted to watch it.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, no, dude, it's not live. And I was like, but like, I'm going to send it to them when you post it. But they were all like excited. They're like, oh, this is so cool. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Dope.
But yeah, and then hearing like what you say about like my personality and stuff, it's crazy because like I feel like I'm not really myself on I'm holding back on social media. Like I don't really post the stuff that I really want to post. And for you to say like about my personality from what you've seen, like lo poquito que has visto, like it really means a lot. So thank you again, y siento que esto como que me va a dar esa motivación que he tenido, y I'm just gonna just do it.
Yeah, do it, and you have the voice for it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, honestly, just be you.
Yeah,
just be you.
Thanks.
And I promise you, whatever you want to achieve in life, you're gonna achieve it. But just be you.
Me hace llorar. Yeah. No, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, and let's see who really stuck behind, and hopefully we get some comments in the comment section.
Yeah.
What emoji would you want them to comment? Whoever made it to this point.
Purple hearts.
Purple hearts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why purple heart?
It's my favorite
purple
color.
Hearts.
It's my favorite color.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
hearts.
why the hearts? Just because
they're cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purple hearts.
Purple hearts, please, please.
So if you guys made it to the end of this podcast and you guys want to make sure that Jessica knows that you guys made it to this point, leave behind some purple hearts.
Yes.
Whether it's on the actual podcast itself or on an Instagram, make sure that you guys comment that. If you don't have any final words for that, for anything else, you're good.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, my name is Angel Houseman. Like I always like to say, it's a greater risk taking a risk. Till next one.
Thank you.
All right. Cool.
Wow, that was so much fun. I loved it.
That was dope.
Thank you so much. La neta, sí, it was pretty cool.